Happy Ramadan and welcome to Strategic Career Development Program at Camel Care University. I'm Arif Gilany, your host and instructor, and today I wanted to tell you why is it worth the risk of leaving a job for financial independence. Today in America, there's over 5 million millionaires and they're being added on daily basis. Basically, financial independence is no longer a dream, but you need a system. The school system, unfortunately, is failing. Either you have to pick the right career right off the bat, or you will have to change careers halfway. How is a career chosen? Usually when you finish high school, you'll have to sit down with a career advisor. They will do an assessment, a SWOT analysis, if you will, from your strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and talents, and they will find out what to tell you. I clearly remember back in 1998, I sat down with a career development advisor at CALC, City Learning Center in Toronto. And she asked me, what is it that I wanted to do? Because I was new in Canada, I was alone, and I wasn't sure really what I wanted to do and how life and things will unfold. So I was very upfront. I said I have a large family back in Middle East and in Europe, and I was, accepted to be a doctor, but to start now at the age of 29, and now I started out, I will have to take 10 years to at least schooling before I become a doctor. So I decided to take business because the career advisor at the time told me that business is wide. You can apply it to anything. I mean, doctors are in business. Doctors are businessmen. As a matter of fact, every doctor that I know, most of them get into doctoring because of the money, the prestige, the name that it brings with it. So that wasn't really my goal. My goal was to become a researcher, a doctor of research, to find and innovate and create things that were never existed before. That was not possible because I was thrown out of university because I was Kurdish and my father was part of a democratic party that wanted to have democracy for Kurds and for Iran. So for that reason, I was not given the chance to become a doctor. However, when I sat down with my careers advisor at City Adult Learning Center in Toronto, and she said, business is so wide, you can first, after graduation, and this is the true story that I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling it to you so clearly and so confidently, that you can start a business in technology back in the days. Now I can't believe I'm calling it the days. That's back in 1998. Technology was new. But business information systems, the course that I chose finally to take, and I took that after acceptance from York University to study environmental engineering. So imagine this, environmental engineering and then business. I always loved the environment. I spend a lot of time outside. You see me recording videos all over the place. And now that we'll be moving around even more, I will bring you some footage from all of these progress that we've made over the years. But the plan was to graduate from school and then to start working for a corporation, a bigger corporation, where I practically could use the knowledge that I learned in the college and apply it to business world as in a corporate world. So I did that. I started at FedEx University. FedEx was the first employer that I had in Canada. So when I graduated right out of college, I was chosen out of 42 managers in Canada. I was selected to go to US for a special FedEx University training where Fred Smith, the founder of FedEx, had his office located, and that's exactly where I was for 6 months. So I got a chance to travel through America and then work in hubs, various hubs with FedEx University, FedEx Corporation as a replacement manager. So if somebody had a maternity leave or was sick, I went there for that period of time and managed the hub before I was transferred to another place. So eventually, the career advisor told me that, Mr. Gilany, you'll be able to work with a corporation and then you can start your own business. Then this business can be global because we're growing. We're in a global business. Well, internet is coming. You just given a presentation on GPS. You know, that was new technology back then. So where do I go from here? Yes, you graduate, you work for a corporation for 6-7 years, and I learned that, and I did that. I worked for FedEx Corporation. Then you start a business part-time. That's the key. You, my friend, need to start a business part-time, and that's what I did. I started getting financial licenses to sell insurance part-time. I was very rookie at sales. Remember, I come from operation background. Now I'm in sales and marketing of financial services, which is the toughest of all financial of sales. I mean, they say after used car salesmen and insurance sales is the worst hated career in history of sales, but that's where I started, and I built the third biggest financial services company within the corporation of Citigroup, which had a subsidiary and has now in operation Primerica. We built a company based on recruiting people to the opportunity to come and learn part-time. Now, part-time keeps coming up all the time. The reason for that is because you can start part-time right now. And one day you can be telling your story backwards, just like I'm doing right now. And then the twists and turns of destiny will lead you exactly to your destination. Destiny and destination are very tightly related. So I started working at financial services, and one day I got a phone call from my sister in Sweden, says, Mama had a heart attack. And you know, I have a big family, 10 sisters and brothers. And Mama wants to see you because you're the smallest, youngest son, and you got to go. So I was making, you know, 6-figure income at the company, managing a couple of offices. Then I dropped that and went back to Middle East. I understood that my mother had a heart attack, and prior to that, she had an arthritis pains. So in Istanbul, on the way back to Middle East, to Kurdistan, top of the mountains, which is really cold, which is my hometown, I stopped at Istanbul and I found some camel products that were very similar to what I will be showing you right here. It had this sign that got my attention, the critical points in the body. So I bought a set of these products for her, and I took it to when I visited my mother, and she had a heart attack. She was really weak and we didn't know if she was going to survive. While I stayed there, she survived wearing these products every single day. She got so much better that I got so hopeful that I actually sent a letter of resignation to Primerica telling that I would no longer be working with the company, and I registered my financial services license as parked. I parked my license to dedicate my life into health and wellness. Now we develop products that have, you know, significant improvements in our customers. For the last 10 years, we've been working on that. And how it goes, the story is so incredible that you need to share this with at least somebody. So we're working on developing these products, buying and selling. Buy and sell is the first step into business if you want to make some additional source of income. That's what I started to do. And then I found slowly over time, as I gathered my knowledge and wrote books about it, how this miracle has totally changed my mother's life. And knock the word, today is Eid Nowruz Mubarak, Eid Piruz bi Daik Aziz. My mother's still alive and she is well using these products. So not only it's been transformative for me, but thousands of our customers in Canada and Ontario and some in US that have been purchasing online But I met the right people. One right person was the gentleman in Mongolia that I've partnered up with, that we started a little factory manufacturing that we're offering right now, socks in wholesale prices all over the world. No matter where you are, you can contact us or go www.camelcare.ca, and from there we will give you wholesale prices, we'll give you special offers, and we can get your logo on camel cashmere, on real cashmere, other cashmeres like goat and other products. Now, when I came back, just continuing with my story of second career options, I always had my options open. You got to have your options open. I mean, the business of life is really the business of creating more options. So in the last 2 years after COVID-19, coming back after losing my beloved father and really getting fired about this opportunity, because my father wore my socks till his last day, the very last day. And I'm proud to say that. As a son, it brings me a great joy, but I want to introduce you to this joy by educating you. See, my father, my mother are educated on natural resources, natural products. My mother never learned how to read and write, but she has a wise way about her going on loving natural stuff and growing her own gardens and doing things that were really important to giving you peace and quiet by yourself. So when I introduced this program as a second career, I come back and I meet Mr. Jack Ma, who's been directing our online Camel Care University. We actually had to create a university to teach people about the benefits and also bring in other instructors to help us expand our network, because your network is your network. The sooner you join this program, the sooner you will start to expand your network all across the world. And I hope that you join us in one of our classes, either as a student or as an instructor. I'm Arif Gilany. Thank you for watching this particular video for career development, and our story continues. We've just launched our first global online university, and we're asking you to participate, share, because education system, as Jack Ma says, it's broken, and we know that 75% of graduates work in a different field that they went to school to. Imagine the amount of time and money you would save just by being in our 90-day or 6 weeks course to find out exactly what you wanted to do for your life. I always wanted to live up to my name. My name is Arif Gilany. Arif means the wise old man. And I always wanted to be wise and old. And here I get the chance to be that. And I get to be a professor at the university that I started with my friend Jack Ma and a lot of other prestigious instructors like Frank Russo. There's so many that I can't mention in this video, but I invite you to join us on this journey. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.